What's up, everybody? I got the video I'm gonna do today is an unboxing of this week's stuff. I think it's part of last week's stuff too, but I ordered it online this week instead of going into the comic shop because I was a little bit busy with work and the family and everything. I got a couple more Campbell books working towards that part 2 video. And then I got a couple books that are really good reads, so I'll get to it real quick. I know 2 of them are the books that are good reads, or actually 3. I think number 1 is one of the 3 is cover A that I bought cover B before, so oh yeah. This is my my Midtown shipment. Okay. Cool. So they put them mostly face down so I can make it a surprise. So first thing I got is the Edge of Venomverse, the limb cover. I bought the limb cover last week, and then I wound up buying number 2 this week, mainly because it was cover price, but there's that one. These things would look a lot better in Mylars. This is the Edge of Venomverse, the Mattina cover. I plan on getting all the Mattina covers, just because I like the way they look. I know not next week, but the next cover that comes out is going to be the not Deadpool, but the Ghost Rider. So I think looking forward to that one. Yeah, but I think it's a pretty cool cover. I'm liking those. All right, the next 3 books. Oof, nope. All right, so yeah, I'll do them one at a time. The next ones I got are plastic. So these are the 3 I was talking about. I started reading, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I got cover B, it's the one with the head in the bag. But I like the cover A a lot better. I'll put the artist that did the covers in the, right here somewhere, one of these corners. But yeah, I was really a big fan of that artwork. These things are gonna pop really good in Mylars, but I got number 2. I don't know if you guys read these or not, but it's about a retired serial killer, and he's traveling the country with his girlfriend, and somebody winds up getting a hold of him and then taking his girlfriend ransom to force him to like kill some other people for him, and it's girlfriend turns out to be like a blow-up doll. So so far it's a pretty good read. I've only read number 1, so we'll check see how number 2 goes. But I'm a big fan of the covers also. So that's number 2, and then that's number 3. Actually, you could tell really good in number 3 that his girlfriend's plastic. So that's cool. You could tell in number 1 too when you're actually reading it. And then another Campbell book. I guess I'll go ahead and show you this one since I got it in this lot, so I might as well. And then while I got you, I guess since the video is relatively short, I'll show you how I do my boards and bags. For my Campbell books, I use fullbacks, and then for some of the other modern stuff that I get, I use halfbacks. So it takes up less room in the boxes and it's cheaper, but it's still, you know, nicer than the BCW boards or Ultra Pro, stuff like that. But I put the book on the board, so I have it in one solid piece like this, and then I'll use my fingers and kind of rub it to make a little pocket. I don't know if you can see it or not, but once I get that pocket, I use the board to get the bag open, so I'm not putting any dents or dings or whatever in the books. And then I just slide the whole assembly down. Just like that. And then, after I get that part, let's see, I'll zoom you down. So after I get that part, I put it face down. I start with the bottom. Some people put the books in upside down, so all the flaps are at the bottom, which isn't a bad idea because it creates more room when you're flipping through the books. But I, for some reason, just like to do them face up. I don't know why. It's personal preference. But yeah, I squeeze all the air out from the bottom. Hold my hand there, and then squeeze it all out the top. And it's pretty flat. And then I roll it up. And I'll hold my hand here and make sure no air got back in it. And then I'll take a single piece of tape and I put it like at a slight angle. I usually don't crease it like that when I put it down. Put it at a slight angle. And that's it. That's how I do mine. So let me zoom you back up so you can see what's going on. So there you go. So that's how I put my my MyLace in. It definitely makes a difference when you're looking at the books. When you have it in a full back and then you have it in the MyLite 2. I use MyLites 2 for all of my books. I changed the boards for some of them. Let me get you back up a little bit more. I changed the boards for, between the modern and my Campbell books. I like my Campbell books to feel like there's something important. Even if they're, a $2 or $3 book, I just like, I really appreciate his artwork, and I collect it. And I collect a lot of books, but I just like to take extra care of those. So I use the fullbacks. It does give it extra protection, extra rigidity, but it just feels nicer in your hand. I use the MyLites 2. They're a lot stronger than the regular MyLites. The regular MyLites, in my opinion, kind of feel like cellophane wrap. Like it makes like a crinkly sound when you're handling it. Kind of like my CGC books. I have Mylars on those too. And the Mylars, I think, are like 1.7 millimeters or something like that. So it's got a little bit of crinkliness to it. This is 2 millimeters, I think is why it's called MyLites 2. If I'm wrong, just leave me a comment. But just that little bit extra just makes it so it's not, you can hear it a little bit, but it's not as crinkly as the other ones. And then I have some MyLites 4. Those are almost like the archives, the Eager archives. And I haven't used them yet. I bought them for some Golden Age books. I don't have but one Golden Age book, so I don't use them that often. But I bought them for just in case. I was already buying a large shipment, so I just threw them in there since I already had the shipping up. But yeah, that's how I do it. So cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. See ya. Alright, so I'll center at the bottom. I'll have just a little bit of it showing. I'll twist this to get the thing open a little bit. I'll push the corners in. And I'm using the bag as protection to keep the book from me sticking this corner into the edge of the plastic and kind of tearing it. And then I'll put my finger at the top of the board and just slide the whole assembly, the book and the board and everything. Because if you were to turn it back around. Yeah, because if you were to push on the top of the book, you could dent the top of the book if you weren't pushing on the board at the same time, theoretically. So that's just how I do it. It's not the right way. That's just my way. And then same thing. I push start with the bottom, push all the air up, and then while the air's out, I push the top in, and then I crease over the Mylar a little bit. So then I check it, make sure there's no air, and then one piece of tape, and it's at a slight angle. It's not a 45 degrees or anything. I just put one piece slight angle right in the middle, and that's how I do it. And that's it. So this is another one in the bag. So you can see my limb cover without the Mylar, and then the Matina cover. And just that Mylar just makes the difference. It just looks to me, shinier and nicer. And you can see in this book I have in the halfback, and then my Jupiter's Legacy book I have in the fullback, and it's the same Mylite 2, but because the board, this one makes some noise, this one doesn't make really any noise at all. A little bit, depending on where I'm holding the book. Doesn't matter which hand I hold it with. It's this one making all the noise. It's, you know, it's flimsy. That's rigid. That's just the difference between the fullbacks and the halfbacks. Definitely feels like you're holding something nicer with a fullback. Definitely. Definitely. Can't emphasize it enough. Love those things. So, I'll do my last one. I'll do 3 of them. I'll probably speed this one up. So take it out of the poly bag. Using another, is this even a halfback? This thing feels so chintzy. I don't know why. I don't know. It is, but what is? So, the halfback, Mylar, puts it up a little bit. Seal it down. I'm definitely a fan of the fullbacks. Just makes my collection feel like it's different than anything else. And it looks nice in the fullback too. It presents well. It still feels like something nice in your hands, but it's nothing compared to the fullbacks. The fullbacks just, that's my recommendation. Fullbacks and Mylites 2s, that's my combination that I use. And then later in another video, I'll teach you about how I do my how I store my collection, how I keep them, you know, the exact condition as they are now. And this should last me for 20, 30, 40 years without any issues. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.